Hello everybody, my name is DoomFish, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how you can make a simple and compact piglin bartering farm in Minecraft. So I had one of these earlier on my channel and I did a video on them, but it was pretty big and not really that compact, and it was also a bit slower than this one. So this one allows for 9,000 trades per hour, which is just a ton of items. As you can see, we can hop into one of these chests, and we'll see that we have loads of items in here, in every single chest, and they have a lot of variety because these are just unsorted items. Obviously, when you build this, you can make yourself a sorting system here, or whatever you need to do, but this should accommodate all the items you'll need. So it works, so all we have to do is stand on this spot right here, hug up to this little trapdoor, and flick the lever. And we'll see that these piglins will be dispensed gold, they'll start to look at us, and they'll go ahead and toss their gold onto this spot right here, where they'll go into the ice stream, and it'll get pushed across into those hoppers over there. It's a very fast system, and we have a total of, I believe, 16 piglins in there, and we can see that they're all getting gold. All of them are throwing their items in here. We can go ahead and flick the lever off, and you'll see that they'll just start throwing all of their items at us again, and they'll wait for them to stop, just like so. And we can go ahead and press this button and clear out the rest of the items that all those piglins threw at us, and there we go. All our items are in these chests. So let's show you the materials needed to build this machine. So you'll need 16 packed ice, 7 glazed terracotta, 2 slime blocks, 2 sticky pistons, 3 honey blocks, a trapdoor, a lever, a button, around 24 chests, 12 hoppers, a dropper, a target block, around 1 stack of solid blocks, 1 comparator, 9 repeaters, 16 redstone dust, 1 piece of glass, 16 name tags, and a steady supply of gold. You can get this from a gold farm or just the gold you've accumulated from mining. First up, place down around 5 temporary blocks up here in the sky, place down 1 more, and then break these blocks below this. Now we don't necessarily have to be on top of the bedrock ceiling, but I find this a nice place to build because nothing can spawn on the bedrock, and it's easy to manage sort of your environment, and you have a lot of space to build, but you can do this underneath in the nether as well. So now we're going to place down some blocks to the left and some blocks to the right like so. So we have this little shape here, 1 block on top of each of these. We're going to head to the back of our little thing here, and we're going to go ahead and place down 1 block up like so, break this block, place 2 blocks on these 2 sort of wings over here, and we're going to place down 1 block on the back like so. Then we can grab our trapdoor and place it in the front and flip it open so we get this little barrier here, and this is where our piglins are going to stand, and the gold's going to be dropped back here. To do that, we're going to take our dropper, we're going to knock out one of these blocks, like the one on the left facing from the front, and replace it with a dropper facing into this slot right here. Now we can go ahead and place down a hopper in the back side of this dropper, and place down 1 double chest on top of this like so. Now we can place down a temporary block here, 1 piece of glass on top, break that block, place down blocks to the left and right like so, and then place down 1 block in the front right here, and break this temporary block on the left. Now on the right side of our build, over on this block right here in particular, we're going to place down 1 block here, and place our lever on the front of it. Now I go ahead and place down 1 temporary block here, place 1 down like so, break this block, place 1 solid block to the left, and place 2 blocks out in this direction behind our build. Now we can go ahead and place down a comparator here, redstone dust in front of it, redstone dust to the left on this block, a repeater set to 1 tick here, and then 1 piece of redstone dust there, and go ahead and right click this comparator. Now we can place down 1 target block underneath this dropper right here, place down 1 temporary block underneath that, 1 block behind this, and then break this temporary block. Now on the inside, on this spot right here, between these 2 blocks, we're going to place down 1 temporary block here, 1 block below it, break that block, and place 1 block to the right. Now go ahead and place down redstone dust on all of these blocks here. Now back to the front of our build, go ahead and place down 1 piece of glazed terracotta underneath this glass, 1 piece to the right, 1 temporary block underneath this one right here, place down 2 more like so, break this temporary block, place 1 more temporary block here, and then place down some more glazed terracotta like so we get this little U shape in here. Now I can place down a slime block on this block to the right, place down 1 temporary block like so, and then go ahead and place down our sticky piston facing forward into that slime block. We can then break that temporary block. Now go ahead and place down a solid block on this block right here in front of this piece of glass, place down 1 solid block in front of this terracotta right here, and place down 1 more trapdoor right here, and flick it open like so. Now to the left of this block right here, we're going to place down 4 pieces of ice coming out of it like so, leave a space, so we're going to place down 1 temporary block here, and place down 1 honey block in front of that, and then place 1 honey block on top and bottom of that block right there, and we can go ahead and break this temporary block. Also, place down 1 temporary block here with a piece of glazed terracotta underneath it. We can then break that block, and then go ahead to the other side here, place down temporary block, a slime block like so, another temporary block so we can place a sticky piston on top of this facing into that slime block like so, and then go ahead and break these 2 blocks. Now on the opposite side of the slime block right here, we're going to go ahead and place down 12 more pieces of packed ice, like so. And then go ahead and we're going to place down one temporary block at the end here. And then go ahead and place down one chest like so, one double chest. Break that temporary block, place down a hopper facing into that chest. We can grab our solid blocks and go ahead and make a little solid block right here, and then one to the right like so. So we get a little shape that looks something like this. Now near this side, we can go ahead and place down one temporary block right here, and place down a double chest like so. We can break this temporary block, and then go ahead and place down 9 more double chests on the side of this chest right here, all along the side of this little ice stream, until we get to where we've placed down all of our chests, which should be about this spot right here where we have these 2 extra blocks of space, and we can go ahead and place down some hoppers on top of each of these blocks adjacent to the ice stream. Now back towards the front of our build right here, we're going to go ahead and place down one solid block underneath this sticky piston right here. We're going to head to the back and place down 2 solid blocks right here, place down 3 solid blocks all to the right of those blocks we just placed, and then right here we're going to place down 2 solid blocks connecting this up to our previous redstone line. Now go ahead and place down a little L shape of redstone dust right here like so. We're going to turn around and place down our repeater right here and set it to 4 ticks. Also place the repeater right here set to 1 tick, and then place another piece of redstone dust on this block right here. Now we're going to head underneath our build, and on this block right here, which is one that has the redstone dust on it, in between these 2 repeaters, we're going to place down a solid block here, 1 block down like so. We can then break this block, and then place blocks until you run into our piston right here. Now place a solid block on top of this piston here, and we're going to place down repeaters all along this line right here, starting from this end and going to this end. We're going to set them all to 2 ticks like so, except for this one right here, we're going to set to 3 ticks, so the second to last one needs to be 3 ticks, and place another 2 tick repeater right here. And now we can go ahead and hook up this chest on top of our build right here to our gold supply, or we can just put our gold in here like so. So the last step is to try and get 16 piglins in this little spot right here, which might sound pretty difficult, but it's not so bad. So what we need to do is we can probably go ahead and build up a little chute right here, so we're going to place some blocks all around this, and we can go ahead and build up a little spawning platform. So this can be as big as you want it. Obviously it does take a lot of blocks, so I'm not using this in the block total earlier in the video, since these blocks you'll just get back, these are just temporary. But we can build a pretty big platform out here, and just wait for the piglins to spawn. Once they spawn, we can just go ahead and lure them over this hole. So for example, you can create a little temporary setup where we use a trapdoor here. We can place a trapdoor like so, and open it up, so the piglins will think this is a solid block. We can go ahead and extend this path out here, and we can go ahead and place another block right here, so that they sort of fall in. Now this can be a little tough to do, but all you have to do is make sure that you spawn them here, and just try and bait them in, or like hit them in or something. As long as they're adult piglins, they should be fine. And before you go ahead and put these piglins inside of this hole right here, we can go ahead and name them. Now once we have all 16 of our named piglins in here, we can go ahead and break all the temporary blocks we placed earlier to get these guys in here, and return our build just the way it was before. Now we need to place a block over these guys' heads, which as you can see can be a little difficult when they're trying to jump like this. I can't really go ahead and place a block right there. And sometimes you can if they're not jumping, but if they are jumping, it's pretty easy to go ahead and fix this. All we need to do is place 2 temporary blocks up here, place down a sticky piston facing downwards with a solid block here, and go ahead and flick this lever, break the piston, and then there we go, that block is in place. Now we should be able to place 1 more block right here, 1 right here, and then the very last step is to go ahead and place down 1 solid block here, like so, in front of this line of redstone, and place down our button right here. Now something to note, since these guys can have line of sight to you, it's very important to go ahead and wear yourself some gold armor as you're operating this machine, because you don't want the ones with crossbows to go ahead and shoot you, and you don't want these guys to be aggroed to you. But we can go ahead, if we've got all of our armor ready and we're all ready to go, just stand on this spot right here, and go ahead and line yourself up with this wall, right in front of here. We can go ahead and flick the lever, and we'll hear the gold getting dispensed, we'll hear the pistons firing, and we should see that all the items will get thrown right towards us. They'll all fall in this little hole, all get shot across and pushed into those hoppers over there. So everything should work properly, and again we get 9,000 trades per hour with this machine in a fairly compact space right here. The hardest part, as you can imagine, is getting all 16 of these piglins in here, but once you do, they won't despawn because they have name tags on them, and you'll be able to use this farm as much as you desire. Now make sure that nothing else can spawn in here. You can go ahead and light up the area and make sure you're in a pretty secure area. Again, this is why I built on top of the nether floor, but you can build anywhere you'd like. So you can go ahead and flick this off, and again, this is the first time I've tried this machine, so nothing else has been in those chests. And again, after these guys stop throwing all their items, just go ahead and press this button right here to send the rest of the items out into our system. Now we can see, these chests have gotten pretty full already with a ton of items, so I definitely recommend building yourself a little sorting mechanism in here to deal with the huge amounts of items you're going to get. But it's a very effective process, and you're going to get tons and tons of really useful items, such as gravel, nether bricks, all the kinds of obsidian, these new spectral arrows, and all sorts of things. Anything you could ever want, really. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed or found it informative, and if you did, don't be afraid to leave a like, and you can subscribe for more content just like this in the future, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.